What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Geek Spot. I'm your host, Harry, and with me, my enabler is my friend James. James, what's going on?
I'm not responsible for that. Just because we talked about
Lies,
it.
all lies, all lies. So, what we're here to talk about today, shockingly to both of us, it's already been 6 months since the ROG Ally Xbox something thingy or another. The name is too daggone long. It's already been 6 months. And next month will be a year since the Switch 2 came out. We'll get to that bridge and cross it when it comes. But we definitely want to talk about the ROG Ally. I'm just gonna call it the Xbox Ally from here on in. Because like I said, the name is too daggone long for me to keep trying to say it.
ROG Xbox Ally X. Yeah, it's just. But
Okay. So, quick little bit of history for me on how I got into this. Like I said, James, I partially blame you because you got me into the Steam Deck ecosystem. I specifically remember when it came out. No, I'm not going to get it. No, I'm not going to get it. He was like, "Get it," and I got it, and I was so in love. I was like, okay, this was where gaming needed to be headed. You know, we needed a handheld platform. So I had the original, like the lower end Steam Deck, just to see if I liked it. I liked it so much. I upgraded. I got a higher capacity one, and then after that, I got a Legion Go, and I wound up getting an OLED Steam Deck, and loved the hell out of them. So before I really get into the ROG Xbox, I want to say, like, when I first saw the announcement for this thing for this, I was like, I don't know, because everybody
you can't blame me for that one. You
no, I
bought
can't
that.
blame you for that one, but everybody was on about the grips and the design and what was the need. And 6 months later, this is almost my go-to thing. I'm almost not even playing games on my PC anymore, but that's another thing. So I'm going to stop there. James, what's your story?
Well, I've always wanted something like that because I've been PC gaming since 1990, and I never thought there'd ever be a time I'd have a PC in my hands. And the Steam Deck was the first one I got. I was like, wow, this is good. Then I heard about the Xbox one coming out. I thought, ooh, that's sounding really good. And I got it. And it literally is just holding an Xbox controller. That's how comfortable it is to hold.
Yeah.
I love the Steam Deck, but the ROG Ally is just so comfortable to hold it. It's just, like I said, just holding an Xbox controller that's just wider. It doesn't feel too heavy. Like there's no, like it's balanced just perfectly, and it does what I want it to do.
Right. That's how I feel.
The only thing that threw me off at first, I thought, oh, that's a bit of a price. That's a bit of a price. But
Yeah.
luckily, it was bought for me as a birthday, as a Christmas present, so I got not having to pay that price.
Well, I ate the price for that whole thing, and I was going to try to cheat a little bit and say I'm going to hold on to my Steam Deck, and I was going to try to hold on to my other handhelds. But I have to be brutally honest.
I've hardly touched my Steam Deck.
Yeah,
the odd game, because that's one thing I will say. Those touchpads are on the Steam Deck are fantastic.
Yeah, but this has replaced everything. Well, exception of my Switch 2, because my Legion Go, I sold that one because I'm gonna give props to Legion Go where it needs to be. Like, the screen was great, but that sucker was heavy.
Yeah, I've heard that about. I've never tried one, but another friend's got one, and he said it is heavy.
It was a bit heavy, and that's what I was afraid of with this. But it feels just right.
He said it's not more the way; it's the balance of it.
Yeah. That's where it was, because it's like the controllers were light, but that screen in the middle, and like you're lifting weights practically.
I don't do that playing a game.
Right. Like, I'm getting muscles. But I think the thing was, being that this was something that, okay, I'm playing the same games on this as I was playing on my Steam Deck, and it was now I'm gonna be honest, it was really difficult to make the decision to let go of the Steam Deck. But as the prices were dropping, and I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna do it because it'll offset the price of this. Because yeah, $1,000.
It was an upgrade instead of just outright buying.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what it did. But I do miss that OLED screen. I'm not even going to.
I never had the OLED. I've still only got the normal launch one.
Yeah,
which I still can't fault because, as I said, it doesn't have the power of the ROG Ally, but those touchpads and the customization.
Yeah, that was the thing. Now, let's talk about what it does well and what it could use improvements on. I'm gonna let you start. In your opinion, what does it do well for you besides playing your game library?
Well, it's because I'm so used to using a PC.
Mm-hmm.
I can just pick it up and use it because it is just a PC. So if I need to go in and update anything on it, where Steam Deck, I know it does a lot of it, but it doesn't have that Windows side of it.
Yeah.
Where, because I'm so used to using it, I can just, oh, well, I need to roll this back or I need to do this. I can just do it like that because I know what I'm doing with it. Where a lot of the Steam Deck stuff is, if you've not used Steam, because I still know people that haven't used Steam or don't know the Linux system at all. So it's very, how do I put this? It can be harder to learn the Steam Deck than it is to use the ROG Ally.
Right.
Because Microsoft have tried to make it as friendly as pick up and play as you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that the ROG Ally has because it's a Windows system, Game Pass just straight away, no messing around with it. Where with Steam, I had to either use the browser or I had to that app you told me about, which the DXB Play.
Yeah.
To get the likes where the ROG Ally, I just pick it up, Game Pass, boom, there. Oh, my game saves. We'll just use them, no problem.
Yeah. I think that was the same for me and slightly the opposite. I think for me, one of the things, once I learned it, Steam Deck to me was easy to pick up and play. You pick it up, turn it on, find your game, let it run if it could run. I think I did like within the first couple of days, you did have to do like a lot of behind the scenes stuff to get things to work. Like if you wanted your Red Dead Redemption to work, you had to, go to
Steam Deck. It didn't like external launches.
Yeah.
Where the ROG Ally, because it's just Windows PC. It will use the launchers like that, no problem.
Yeah, and a lot of the updating, and I think early on, and I think that's one of the things that I will give Valve and the Steam Deck a lot of credit for is it's come a long ways even since.
Oh, totally. It's not the same machine like when it launched.
Right, you picked it up. A lot of the updates that they've done, a lot of the behind the scenes update are great, and again, coming back to the ROG Xbox Ally, that's one of the things I like. Like, yeah, same thing. It runs my library and it runs it very, very well. It's not too much I can't throw at it that it won't run. I think the only minus, though, is that, yes, some of the updates get annoying because the one thing I have realized is like, yes, it is still a PC. So if one thing needs to update, you might want to go through and check everything to make sure everything.
Well, when you first got it, you got booted up. You got to check Asus to see if they need to update that. You got to check Game Pass to see if it needs to update that. You've got to check the Windows drivers to see if they need to update them. And it's on 3 different things you got to go through to do it.
Right.
But as a PC user, it was easy for me to do, but if someone's new to it, it could be more difficult for them. Where with the Steam Deck, it was just you turned it on and it updated everything.
Updated, right? Yeah, and for me, because I'm also a PC gamer, it wasn't so much. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing. It's just that it's still a lot. I still want to be able to pick it up, and if it needs to just, I think I would have preferred it like if it needed to do an update across everything, like just let me know at one time. Don't let me have to go check.
Yeah, because on the Windows stuff, you don't know unless you go into the Windows desktop and say check for updates.
Right. Now, that kind of brings me to the one thing it could have done better. And I think that is like, even though Microsoft was trying to sell us on an integrated UI and this is the new Windows experience, I'm still not crazy about the idea that, I want to, now let me say again, it's gotten better. if I want to run something from Steam, you got to make sure you go in and do all of the things that you want to do from your Steam library, your BattleNet things of that sort. Now it's gotten better in that respect, but the only thing it still will not do, because I had to backdoor this too, I still had to backdoor Rockstar.
Oh, I've not tried any of the Rockstar, so I don't know.
Yeah, because I do still like playing Red Dead 2. I still had to backdoor a way to get Rockstar stuff to run. But yeah, the game stuff, the Game Pass stuff, yeah.
And the cloud streaming on it.
Right. And the thing of it was, I'm not sure why a lot of people are even still asking, well, is this an Xbox? No. And Microsoft always built it. This is not an Xbox.
It's a PC.
Right. That will play some of your Xbox games.
Their new machine will be a hybrid.
Yeah.
It's going to be an Xbox/PC, but this is just a PC.
Yeah.
You can tell that by when you go to some games, and it will just be like install, and well, that's because it's PC only. There's no cloud side of it.
Yeah.
So when it's playing Xbox, it's streaming the Xbox. It's not downloading the Xbox game.
Right. And that's one of the great things about it is, like, sure. You know what? And I would say like this, because this is a conversation for another day that we plan on having. This and my PC have more or less replaced my my Xbox X, my Series X, because just about everything I could play on that, just about everything I could play on that, I could play on those. So yeah, and again, the ability to play anywhere. Oh, let me throw in as well, one of the other things that I did do. I got some AR glasses.
Oh yeah, you showed that video. Like
the Vituluma. Oh wow!
Because that when I saw it, like, oh, they look good.
They are,
because that means you can sit like that without having to do this. Because I love it, but sometimes when you sat there in bed, it's great because I'm just lying there like this.
Yeah, But with the glasses,
you can hold it down here and just be
right. And the best part is you're getting OLED screens in your eyes.
Oh, the OLED as well.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, and the best part is I don't get a lot of eye strain using those glasses. I like the first couple of times I played my games, I played for like maybe 3 or 4 hours, and no problems. Because as you see, we both wear glasses, folks.
Yes, but I only need them for distance, not close.
Yeah. But I think that's one thing I still want to see Microsoft work out. I still want to see them work out more of the integration with the gaming stores, so that way it's not so fiddly when you're trying to get stuff.
Well, they have said they are working to get more stores into it.
Yeah. So a lot of it's on the up and up. So brings us to the last part. Is this worth buying, especially with the price? And I'm going to take a start on that one, because I know I almost got the Legion Go 2. I was really on the fence about it, but I don't know what it was. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna go with the ROG Ally, because 1500 was a bit much to drop on a handheld OLED screen, be damned. But the other thing is too, surprisingly, is I'm hearing from a lot of sources the Legion Go 2 is not being supported as it should. They're not updating a lot, and it's almost dead in the water. And then it got a price increase.
Well, I have to say, Asus have been updating almost every other day. I go on my Xbox Ally X, and there's some sort of updates for it.
Yeah, but the Legion Go 2, I mean, that was supposed to have been the dip in the water for high-end handheld gaming. If you didn't want to go the 1X player route and all that stuff, but for something that came out right after, this came out, like, that's crazy. Like, people that decided to go that route, and all of a sudden now they got a device that's pretty much dead in the water. That's a hard pill to swallow. But value-wise, I look at it like this: if you jumped on board, even if you got the lesser one for $600 or $700, I think it's a good buy, because if you love handheld gaming, you want all of your stuff in one place, and you don't have to worry about compatibility. Thus far, this is the way to go until whatever the next upgrade and evolution in handheld comes along. Between between this and a Steam Deck, I could go either route, but I'm really, really satisfied with my purchase.
Now, for me, I would say if you don't have one and you want to get into it, it's a no-brainer. That's the way to go. If you've got previous, like maybe like the Steve Deco thing, it'd be something you'd have to look, because it is still a hefty price. It's a fantastic upgrade. Don't get me wrong, I think but it's more about, you've got to think, well, can I really afford? Where if you don't have one, then I would say over all of them, get the ROG Ally X without even thinking about just for that.
Yeah,
it's the best way into it.
Right, because you're taking a real swing for the fences when you feel like, hey, I want to drop a lot of money for this handheld device.
With the likes of us, we're geeks, and we're like, oh, new tech, I want it. So we got it.
Yeah, and then some of us are like,
he got the Steam Deck on his own. It had nothing to do with me.
Lies, absolute lies, absolute. But yeah, it's one of those things where if you find a way to offset the price somehow, do it. Or if you don't mind swallowing that whole pill, going to swallow it, it's worth it.
I use mine daily. Even if it's not down here because I'm on my PC, but every time I go to bed and I just want to chill out for a bit, it's on. Without fail, it's on.
And then that's still the beautiful part too, because
it runs stuff so much better. Don't get me wrong, I love my Steam Deck, but the power of this is so much better than the Steam Deck.
Yeah, because that's the other thing too. Of course, with either device, you got cloud gaming. So whenever I'm playing on my PC, I could stop. And of course that's still game dependent.
And that's what I love as well with the ROG Ally X, especially because the I can be like, I'm cloud streaming, I'll put it down to 13 watts power. Yep. I'm PC gaming, plug it in, 35 watt. Put the power up to give more performance from the machine.
Yeah. So, all right, folks, we're going to wrap this one up. We want to thank you all for tuning in. And James, I definitely want to thank you for tuning in. We're going to do more of these. I can see it, because one of my plans, since we're up here talking about PC gaming and console gaming, we're going to look at pros.
Which is what do people say is better than pros and cons?
Yeah, so we will do that upcoming soon. So
luckily, because I game on both, so I've got pros and cons for both.
Both, for sure. So thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you.
Thanks for the invite.